Get the fuck out of here, little nigga. Take that dumb shit.
Last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
Guys, I figured out the reason why I'm single. Apparently you have to go outside and meet people. Like, you actually have to go outside and talk to them. Yeah, it's gonna be a no from me.
I made comments.
And it's gonna be a no from us as well. Hey, gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well as always. Getting stuff done and then coming and watching my videos, because that's what's important. We have a lot of fun over here, but I just want to make sure that you're getting your stuff done before you end up watching this stuff. Anyways, we got another compilation from our editor. It is dating over 30. Alright, let's see what we got.
Right, about what I expect in a man or what I expect from a man when he's pursuing me, when he's talking to me, whatever. And it'd be the boys really, that I would never, ever, ever, ever entertain, like commenting like, oh, I would never date anybody like you. Okay, and I would never date anybody like you. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about you, boo. Like, first of all, I'm not even checking for nobody under the age of 30. Be all the way for real, okay? And I think some people who were commenting on my previous video think I'm of a certain age, and I'm not. I'm not talking about you. You're still in college. We're not talking about you, honey.
I finally figured out.
Yeah, and when men have a age preference, it's seen as creepy. I mean, let's face it, women want to date older men that have their stuff together, and that's just what it is. You gotta do the best you can if you're in your 20s and dating. But to have such high standards as a woman in 30s, I just don't get it. You're wasting yourself. Wasting away.
The number one thing that I am looking for in a relationship, I've narrowed it down to one thing, and it's one thing that's been missing from all of my relationships. I want someone that will prioritize a relationship and will fight for a relationship when things get shitty. I have never found that, ever. I want that person who, when we're fighting, when I'm upset and maybe I try to like back away or whatever, I want that person who will be there and say, no, talk to me about it. What can I do to make things better? Because I want to fight for this relationship, because I know it's worth it, and I know I want to be with you, and we need to fix this together. Where are those people?
So I only date guys that...
Yeah, I wonder where they are for you. Or maybe you just weren't worth the hassle. Whatever it is, you know, crying on TikTok definitely gets you the sympathy that you're looking for. What else do we have here?
give me level 10 effort, and I'm going to tell you exactly how that looks based on a guy that I've recently started dating. One, when we were messaging on dating apps, he was giving me long, extensive answers. He was really engaged, asking me questions, keeping the conversation going, being very consistent. That's level 10. Within just a few days, he asked for my phone number, planned a date on his own, and drove out to my city to come meet me. He then paid for our brunch, and then he also knew how bad I wanted dark chocolate covered strawberries and that I was going to go take myself to get some. So he came with me, and he insisted on paying and bought me some and sat there with me and asked me very deep questions about all things life, and to me, that's level 10. For the second date, he offered to come pick me up, even though it was super out of his way.
Man, that is a lot to do on your first date for somebody. Definitely setting a high level here for yourself. So you got to be careful if you ever choose to do that. I would not recommend doing that. The first date should be convenient for the both of us. Oh man, what else?
He'd be doing a lot of doubling back, but he came to pick me up. That's level 10. Then he also had a big bouquet of flowers right there that he stopped at the store to get on his way there. That's level 10. He bought us tickets to a comedy show because he knew I enjoyed comedy. That's level 10. I told him how cool the sushi spot sounded that he described to me, so he wanted to take me to that spot. That is level 10. That sushi spot was also really overpacked, so he kindly was like, let's just go to a different location. Went to another one, was not in a bad mood when they were overly packed. He's like, but we're still gonna get sushi. Drove to another one, didn't care. By our third spot, we got dinner. To me, that's still level 10. When we sat down at the restaurant, he immediately said, I'm gonna sit next to you. We're gonna share a booth together. I wanna sit close to you, it's easier. That's level 10. He asked a million amazing questions, paid attention to every detail, remembered things that I told him from the first date and in between texting, checked in a lot of things. That's level 10. He paid for dinner. That's level 10. He opens up my car doors. That's level 10. He made sure that I never stood on the outside of the street, always moved over so he was on the outside. That's level 10. He always asks me what I want to do, what would make me happy, what would make me feel good. That's level 10. He never judges a single thing that I say, never criticizes me, never says anything negative. He's always curious, always engaged, and always happy to get to know me. That's level 10. By the end of the
Oh, this is rolling downhill. This is like a big ass snowball that's just getting bigger and bigger and is about to crash into a chalet. My god, like, of course be a gentleman, but if you don't have the cojones to criticize somebody, you're a simp. This is like, a lot of this is real simp behavior. Getting somebody a bouquet of flowers on the second date is not necessary. Going to dinner or a comedy show, sure, okay, good choices, you know. When people get laughing, that's great, but I don't know, man. Just way too much effort. Not worth it for the second date.
second date, he told me how much he liked me and how he could see things working out really well with me, and immediately asked me when he could see me again. He planned it right away. And even though
Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Don't show that amount of intention on the second date. Thanks.
I only had one day left in the week that I was able to see him, and it was just 2 days away. He moved things around to make sure that he could see me because he made it very clear. He said, I want to see you before you go out of town, so I'm going to make Sunday work. That's level 10. Then he drove all the way out to me again and went to the exact restaurant that I wanted to because he knew it would make me happy. That's level 10. I could go on and on and on and on and on. He has done everything level 10. He's always consistent in his texting. He never gets upset if I take very long to reply. He's never acting weird or jealous. He's just very honest, very open, very attentive, and very kind. That to me is level 10, and those are the only kind of men that I will date. And there's a time when we were texting, I was talking about this concert that I was planning on buying tickets for, but I was waiting for the price to go down. He immediately bought the tickets, sent me a screenshot, and said, we're going to this concert. That's level 10.
No way. In the dating phase? Oh, I'm losing hope. Men, don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. Obviously, be a gentleman. Be interesting. Don't blow all your money. Don't be a foodie date like he was being. Pace yourself. Pace yourself, because you're setting things way too high. You have to trickle the good emotions in, okay? Yeah, I think you kind of get what I'm talking about here. Either way, I'm not a dating coach. I'm just here to laugh at women on the internet. Funny, right? Let's go on.
Being a single woman in your 30s is really challenging. I get it. I used to hear all the time, well, at least now you know exactly what you're looking for. I would often think, no, I still have no idea. It was my 36th birthday when I woke up and I realized I have not figured this out. What's wrong with me? So I'm here to say two things. Number one, you do not have to have it, quote, figured out. There is no figuring out when it comes to love. And number two, go out there and date. And date guys that don't necessarily fit who you think you're supposed to be dating. Be open-minded. You'll be amazed on how much not only will you learn about yourself in that process, but you'll also learn about who's that person that's going to light you up and inspire you and be that true partner. You're going to have a better chance of meeting him by being more open-minded. So get out there and date and let me know how it's going.
I always knew that
Yeah, and it's clearly not going that well for you, so really the women listening to that woman should not follow her advice. you should have a very solid plan of what you're looking for. Hell, even in your 20s, you know, if you want to go out and F around and find out, then do that. But know what you want in life. Save everybody time. Hey, that might be a way to curb hookup culture. You're either with it or you're not. Whatever, let's keep on going.
I was attracted to someone who had this quality in them, but I didn't know how important it was to me until I went on a date with someone who said the complete opposite. Last year, I went on a date with someone and we started talking about our occupations, and he told me that he's been in this same role since he graduated college, and he enjoys it because it's very stable for him, and he didn't see himself doing anything else in his career. He just wanted to stay in this role, and he didn't have any desire to even advance in his career. And actually, I really appreciate how honest he was with me. I mean, he was very strong in his conviction about this. This was the first time that anyone had ever expressed anything like this to me, and I really needed a moment to just kind of reflect on it because it wasn't something that I could really relate to. Since I started working after college, I've always sort of been on this career path and always hoping to advance and make more money, and even recently I changed jobs. And for me to always kind of evolve and try new things and have new challenges, that's exciting to me. And just speaking for myself personally, if I go back and look at the first job that I went into after college and stayed in that job even up until now and my entire future, I think I would have gotten bored. But this is no like disrespect to this person at all. We just have different values and we see things differently, and I would have never known this about myself and gotten closer into what it is that I'm looking for had I not gone on this date with this person.
And well, this one drank the whole feminist Kool-Aid. Let's be real. This could have been her dream man, but because he just wants to work the same job for the rest of his life, maybe it's amazing. He's not gonna know that. And you know, sometimes people choose to work dead-end jobs. I highly don't recommend that and would instead encourage you all to seek entrepreneurship, as that's what's led me to talking to you all on the internet as a virtual werewolf. It's good fun. It's good fun, honestly. Love doing this. But either way, I'm gonna wrap things up there. That was a pretty good compilation, I find. Thanks again to the editor and everybody involved in the team, and I will chat with you next time. Thanks for watching, and as I always say, always do your due diligence so you don't end up with people like you've seen here. Next time.